Let's talk about HR data maintenance in Oracle EBS. Many organizations are faced with bottlenecks recording HR information. Oracle's native forms are clunky, time-consuming, and difficult to navigate. What if you could maintain your employees' data directly from Microsoft Excel? With the More4apps Employee Wizard, you can. Today we're going to compare entering employee information directly into the Oracle native forms with the Employee Wizard and see what performance gains we can expect. Our HR clerk Tony has received a list of 20 new hires from one of the departments in his organization. For each one, he needs to manually key in the data into Oracle HR. You can see it's a complicated and time-consuming task. Even without allowing for errors, our bench tests show it takes him more than 7 minutes to record each one. So Tony's list of 20 will keep him occupied for more than 2 hours. I don't know about you, but I'd rather see a better option. Let's look at the More4apps Employee Wizard. You can see toolbars at the top with buttons that control the process, and there are lightly colored columns to hold the data elements and darker ones for the feedback from Oracle. Now we're using Microsoft Excel here, so it's easy to populate the worksheet. We're looking at the new hire report Tony received earlier. The data is already tabulated, so it's easy for him to transfer to the Employee Wizard sheet with copy and paste. And because he's already set up his worksheet to match the data format of his source document, all the details wind up in the right places. For values missing from the report, Tony has a number of options to get them in. He can enter values or formulas directly into the employee rows, set a default at the top of the worksheet, or double-click on the entry to open up an edit form. Now Tony isn't logged in, so he's prompted to do so. He enters his user and password and selects an appropriate responsibility from the list. He needs to choose one that has access to the Maintain Employees form in Oracle. The edit form displays the employee with tabs for the separate elements. All the Oracle validations are available with drop-downs and calendar buttons where appropriate. To create the employee, he needs to set the update mode to create from the available actions in this drop-down. But he can also use a default value in the worksheet, so he doesn't need to set this for each individual employee. When he's ready, he goes up to the Employee Wizard toolbar. He's in employee mode, which is what he wants, but he could work with applicants or contingent workers if he clicked on one of these mode buttons. And he can set the date track effective date by changing the value here. Everything is fine how it is though, so he clicks upload. You can see he has the option to upload the cursor selection or the whole sheet. He's going to do the whole sheet. The employees are successfully loaded one after another. The loaded status comes back to the sheet for each employee and element loaded, and any errors returned by the validation or APIs will be reported this way too. If he wants to, Tony can verify the employee is loaded correctly into Oracle. The upload returned the new employee numbers for each new hire. If he searches in the EBS forms, he can find these new employees using the new number. And by clicking through the navigation, he can see that all the information he expected has been loaded correctly and in the right places. Day-to-day maintenance jobs can be done easily in the wizard too. Here's an example. Tony has been given a list of employees that are moving from one collective agreement to another. He can transfer this information to the Employee Wizard with a simple copy and paste. He can then use these unique numbers to download the employees from Oracle into the worksheet where he'll make changes and upload the changed values. Now this particular worksheet has been simplified to just include the columns Tony is interested in seeing. He sets the default value update in the assignment update mode column and ensures the effective date is correctly set for his update by choosing it in the toolbar. Now he clears out the existing data for the collective agreement and enters the new collective agreement into the defaults row. Next he simply clicks on upload. The updated assignments are loaded one by one. It's really a great time saver, and Tony can get on with the tasks that really need his attention. He's used some pretty simple sheets here, but if Tony goes to the Setup toolbar and clicks on Customize Sheet, he can see a whole host of available functionality, including the descriptive flex field columns and sections for terminations and the other actions he might use. So that's the More4apps Employee Wizard, the best method for loading and maintaining personnel information in Oracle EBS. As with all More4apps wizards, it's completely configurable. It supports descriptive and key flex fields, reading your setup dynamically, so is always in sync with EBS. The uploads use the Oracle seeded public APIs, which means you're always in step with your Oracle support contract, and you can pre-validate with edit forms and take advantage of copy and paste and all the feature-rich functionality of Excel. Why not reach out to one of our sales team or download it from the More4apps website and try it out for yourself?